Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to Cinco Symposium. All right, right now we're gonna talk about the Restrict Act, which talks about banning basically everything that the government doesn't want to, versus the no TikTok ban, kind of that the different sides have pushed. So we're gonna go into that a little bit and break down what it means and what could possibly happen from. Before we do that, please hit that like button, share the video, subscribe. Also, if you like wearing political t-shirts, please check out my store at Traditional Extremist Apparel at Shopify. I'm going to post the link in the description. If you like wearing political clothing like I do, go check it out. You might find something you like. All right. So DC Drano tweeted this out, and I've been hearing about this for about the past week or so with this whole new Restrict Act. So this is important information to know about the TikTok bills, the Orwellian Restrict Act, aka the Digital Patriot Act, that grants the U.S. government powers to shut down any social media company, is being pushed by the Democratic Senate. The GOP House bill only bans TikTok on government phones. All right, so we got a little bit of comparison here. So the Senate bill, a Digital Patriot Act to punish and control Americans, gives the government free rein to censor information and go after anyone. Lets the government access everything, your computer, video games, and even ring lights. Allows the government to deem any foreign country an adversary without telling Congress. If the feds deem you violated the rules, they can sentence you to 20 years in jail, make you pay $1 million in fines, and take away your property. And so that's what I've been hearing. I've been hearing that the Restrict Act, it's vague. And I mean, as we know, with terms of services of tech companies and things like that, the more broad and vague your rules are, the more you can get people on. When you have a clear and concise rule, then it says, oh, I didn't do this thing that you listed out, therefore I'm good. So that's often what they try to do, is have a broad sweeping effect that they can get you for any reason. And so that's scary. That's scary is when you have these broad, vague terms that they put in there. And so that's what I'm hearing with this bill, is the fact that basically if the United States government wants to ban any social media site, they go, yep, they're not adhering to what we believe in, so we're going to ban them. Which that outright is insane. Like, I mean, that is taking the Constitution of the United States and ripping it apart and shredding it and pissing all over it. Freedom of speech, freedom of expression means nothing. And this is it seems like it's just an insane grab for power. So now if you want to compare it against the House bill that we got, it's essentially saying no TikTok on U.S. devices. Because as we know, TikTok is ran by Chinese business, which therefore is ran by the Chinese government, because the Chinese government literally controls every bit of businesses that run in China, and they can pull data from them. And we know that TikTok, once you download it, which you're getting watched no matter what you do. It doesn't matter, if you have an Amazon Alexa that's recording you, you have one of these smartphones, it's unless you have to go to some insane links to make it not do it, but it's listening to you every time you talk. That's why the microphone's there, and if you say the correct action to it, it's going to respond back to you, or it's going to call someone when you tell it to. It's constantly listening to you. Same thing with Amazon Alexas. All your security systems companies have the ability to log in and see what's going on if they want. If someone wants to get into your stuff, they can. The United States government, if they want to get into your stuff, they can. It's called the FBI. They can pull in and look at anything in your phone at any time they want to, just in case you thought you were safe. But if someone does that with TikTok, it's basically allowing the same thing. TikTok has access to all of your contacts. So anyone that's even not that has or doesn't have a profile with TikTok, it's still pulling information on them. It's pulling their phone number. It's pulling their name. It's pulling their addresses, things like that. So yeah, it's bad no matter what you do, but the House bill is saying that they want to ban TikTok on any government-related phones. But you know what? That makes sense. It's not your phone. It's the government's. It's government property. You shouldn't be downloading fun apps on it. Like that. That seems reasonable. It requires a DNI report on the threats to U.S. national security posed by TikTok, including the ability of the CCP to access U.S. user data and personal information, the CCP's use of U.S. data for intelligent or military purposes like surveillance, micro-targeting, deepfakes, or blackmail, and efforts by the Chinese government to spy on American citizens using data access via TikTok. Okay, so nowhere am I understanding that TikTok itself will be banned in the United States. It's just saying it's going to be taken off government phones, which I thought you wouldn't do that anyway. I would not if I had a government job and had a government phone or device, I would not be downloading Instagram. I would not be downloading YouTube. I would not be downloading anything. That would be my phone for work exclusive, you know? I figured that would already be a thing. But apparently that's some of the differences between the House bill. Then I was reading this article from Reason. Could the Restrict Act criminalize the use of VPNs? And which a VPN is basically, it's an extra layer of security for individuals that you can get. It's a virtual private network. It helps encrypt some of your information, as well as it can basically essentially show your IP address being from another location. So like, you know, you live in Texas, you could have a VPN showing you, you know, you're logging in from Iowa or, you know, or somewhere else, which it offers, like I said, offers protection, allow, you know, some people a way around geographical locks, like if certain things are banned from like certain areas. But basically it's an extra added layer of security for your computer. But they're going to punish that now. Would the Restrict Act, aka the TikTok ban bill, criminalize the use of VPNs? That's a rumor floating around about the legislation, which was introduced by Senator Mark Warner, Democrat from Virginia, earlier this month. Warner's office has said this bill wouldn't do this, but its broad language leaves room for doubt. And the act is still insanely far-reaching and could have a huge range of deleterious effects, even if it doesn't criminalize people using a VPN to access TikTok. VPN stands for Virtual Private Network. There are several different kinds, but their general aim is the same, keeping your digital activities and location private. Using a VPN with your computer, phone, or another internet-enabled device can do things like mask your IP address and encrypt your internet connection. It's a great way to get around location-based firewalls and other forms of internet censorship. For this reason, VPNs are popular in countries that exercise authoritarian control over where the citizens can access online. It's said that this contingent could soon include U.S. citizens, but include us it does, as both Republicans and Democrats get more and more gung-ho about banning the popular video platform TikTok. Senator Josh Hawley introduced one TikTok ban bill back in January. Hawley's bill would direct the president to use International Emergency Economic Powers Act to specifically block and prohibit all transactions and to prevent commercial operation of TikTok parent company ByteDance in the U.S. The latest legislation is more extensive and even more invasive. The Restricting the Emergence of Security Threats that Risk Information and Communications Technology Act, or the Restrict Act, doesn't specifically mention TikTok or ByteDance. Rather, it would grant the U.S. Secretary of Commerce the broad power to identify, deter, disrupt, prevent, and prohibit, investigate, or otherwise mitigate any risk arising from any covered transaction by any person, or with respect to any property that the Secretary determines to pose an undue or unacceptable risk in several different areas. These include federal elections, information and communications technology products and services, and critical infrastructure or digital economy, as well as coercive or criminal activities by a foreign adversary that are designed to undermine democratic processes and institutions or steer policy and regulatory. Okay, like, so we get it. But basically, it's giving especially the restricting, or the Restrict Act, gives the government way too much power. Gives them the ability to cut off of social media. It gives them to look into all apps, like all users, and cut off anyone and censor. Nope. We need to stop giving federal government power. Stop giving them power. We need to be taking power away from them. They have already shown themselves far too irresponsible. We've given them way too much ground. We need to start cutting back. We need to delete a lot of these 3-letter agencies that we have. It's just more and more Big Brother moving to 1984, where they're going to be monitoring every single move that you make, which, like I said, it's almost kind of already doing it with this alone. And we need to get creative with things and how we get the government out of our lives, how we get the government, out of our phones, out of our privacy. Like we are supposed to have the right to privacy, and right now we don't have it, and this would only make it 100 times worse. We need to vote no on this. We need to get it out. Absolutely not. The Restrict Act, like I said, anything giving the government more power. Nope. Stop doing that. When are we going to learn? When are we going to start putting people into power that are actually going to take power away? Problem is, we got the uniparty and establishment that makes it hard for any newcomers to do that. But we got to do something to start making that happen. But yeah, this is a terrible idea. Don't give federal government more power. It's simple as that. I don't know. You let me know what you think, if this is a good idea or not. If you think the federal government is great and is doing great jobs and is efficient and has never been corrupt and never done anything wrong, and you trust them wholeheartedly, you let me know about that and let me know your opinion and why you believe that. But yeah, just let me know what you guys think. Hit that like button. Again, go check out my shop. And until next time, y'all have a wonderful day.